I am your host, Lia Dunlap, and you are listening to the Oracle on Purpose podcast, where we help intentional leaders clarify their purpose and next steps to create a work and life of significance.
Hey, are you still doing things the hard way just to prove that you are strong enough to succeed? I'm Lia Dunlap, the Oracle on Purpose, and I have been having some amazing conversations with my group program participants this week around fears and faith and taking leaps of faith. And one of the subtopics has continued to come up is about the hard way and the easy way, right? And how simple things, even though they're simple, can be made harder because we get ourselves stuck in this human expression of things having to be hard, right? The story that to make the money we want to make, to have the lifestyle we want to have, to do the work we really want to do, right? We have to struggle to get there. We have to pay the price. We have to show that we've worked hard enough to deserve it. And part of what happens is the universe says, okay, if that's how you'd like it, then yes, we can do this the hard way, right? We can do this the hard way, or we can do this the easy way. And it's interesting how simple things can seem when we talk about them. And yet the experience we have feels hard, feels like a struggle if we are in our own loop. And that's what I want to talk about. Where do you go when your head is the problem, right? When the space between your own ears is the challenge you're having, and it's not the people that you're engaging with. It's not the job that you work or the company you work for or the clients that you work with, right? Hey, say hello if you're here for the first time and we haven't met before and somebody's directed you to my corner of the universe on the internet. Say hello. We are, human creatures, right? We're human beings. And we have this spiritual knowing inside of us that is growing to be expressed. And yet, we can sometimes be so focused on what makes us human that we forget that the very things that we're feeling inclined to do, whether that's a calling or even just a nudge to turn left instead of right, we can look for the proof that it's time to do that outside of ourselves instead of connecting to really what's core to who we are. That's when we are making it harder than it has to be, right? That's that false belief that it can't be this easy. It can't be this simple to change. It can't just be a decision or a choice. I have to pay the price. I have to go through some sort of gauntlet, right? That's kind of the conversations we've been having this week. And I've seen it in organizations and in groups with other colleagues. I don't know if it's in the air. Perhaps it's in the air right now. But I think it's actually just because it's common among us as humans to be invested in the struggle. To be invested in the struggle as a sign that we are successful, right? So overcoming the challenge becomes the thing that makes us successful. It's in the overcoming, right? It's in the fighting the good fight. It's in standing up against the enemy. And so because there's an investment as worthy, as powerful, as impressive, the subtler, simpler ways often seem just that, too simple, too easy. And so we get in this rhythm of getting ourselves out of flow and into the rough water, right? We're like, oh, it can't be this easy. So let me go look for where it's hardest. And what I was explaining today on my call was, where are you focusing? Are you focusing on the challenge, or are you focusing on where you really want to go? Do you spend your energy and your time looking at that big vision? Or are your eyes stuck looking at all the little ways it's not here yet? Where you focus your attention, your life flows. That's where your life goes. It goes where you focus your attention. Okay? It goes where you focus your attention. And it's not to shame you. It's not punishment, right? Whatever those weird little side thoughts you might be having about that. It's a natural progression. I was talking, I have this example of remembering when I was, I think, learning how to ski, or somebody was telling me about skiing, and was skiing through the trees. And you can't, if you're heading towards a tree, the thing you don't want to do is focus on the tree, because your kinesthetic system is going to like go towards the tree. And it was said, focus on the snow. Look down the bank, go down the bank with your focus, and your body will follow. It's like that with our own experiences of our lives and our businesses. If we're focusing on the problems, we are going to see more problems. If we are focusing on what's not there yet, we're still going to see more ways it's not there. And we simply need to readjust our gaze to what the real big picture, big vision, that heartfelt connection to source that we have naturally is, so that we then bring more of that into our experience. And then we need to do the next piece, which is to be grateful that it can be that easy. To be grateful that it works. It works when you show up to focus on it. No other way around it. Okay? You can't fake it. You need to be engaged in the process. You need to help create that vision, and then hold yourself and your steps in alignment with that vision. That's it. That's how simple it can be. Unless we choose to start to create reasons and ways of making it harder. A client said, it sounds so easy when you say it. It sounds so easy when you say it. And it is simple, right? Like there's no master key that makes it easy for me and not for you, right? Or easy for the next person and not for you. You're not missing something. It's within you to choose. And the process of choosing and just making decisions based on it being easy, and then following through on those inspired thoughts and ideas around how it actually can be simple and easy. That's it. And here's the caveat. There is one thing that this requires that sometimes people find hard. That's letting go and forgiving. Letting go of the things that are no longer serving you. And that includes the people and the places and the ways you've shown up in the past. And the second part of that letting go is forgiving those people and places for whatever the experiences were that you had, and forgiving yourself for choosing at the time to have and experience those things. And again, on paper, that's simple. In practice, it takes effort. But what if we decided that effort didn't have to be synonymous with hard? What if we were stronger and believed ourselves to be strong enough to do whatever it takes to effort wisely toward what we want? What if those efforts no longer felt like hard things to do, but simply the next step to take toward our vision? Wouldn't that be easier? All right. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Lia Dunlap, the Oracle on Purpose. I am so grateful that you stopped by to watch this video. I hope that as you continue to move forward in whatever your big vision is, you'll remember that it absolutely can be easy and that you are given all of these great ideas and inspirations for a reason. And the reason is simple. You are here on purpose. Thanks for tuning in to the Oracle on Purpose show. If you found value in this episode, we'd appreciate you leaving a comment. Also, you can subscribe and ring the bell if you haven't yet. If you'd like to get clear on your highest vision and next steps, go to oracleonpurpose.com. See you next week.